Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna have a look all my blushes together. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it the same number as my bronzers? There are a few are actually like either like a blush palette or blush highlighting palette that I'm just gonna put it together because I do have way more highlighters that share with you guys. But without further ado, let's just dive into today's video. If you like today's content, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribe. Shall we go with these two liquid and cream products here? This is the Australia's Cheek Tint Cream Blush. I've got in the shade, do they have a shade name? I don't think so. This could be their one and only cheek tint. So I'll zoom you guys in a little bit more. So I received this one from the Lumi box, one of the last year's box. This color here for me, it's definitely a little bit too pink. Although it's a very creamy formula, it works very well on my skin. It's just not my favorite color for my skin tone. I don't know how I'm gonna keep it because I don't have a lot of blush and definitely not a lot of cream product. So I'm sort of just hanging on to it, even if I want to use it as a lipstick. This is not my favorite color, but the texture is really good. So if you do have a fair skin, I think this one is gonna work so pretty on your face. And they also give you like a sponge on the other side to help you blend. I've never actually used the sponge, but it's quite travel friendly as well. And then we have this Flower Beauty Blush Balm. I've got the color Bubbly. This is definitely not my favorite color. I mentioned this in my recent reviews. I said I just got the wrong shade. Although this pink looks similar to the Australia's, once you blend out, it's more sheared and more juicy, give you a radiant glow. It's not as pink but comes a bit of purple undertone. If I choose between these two, I definitely love the flower one better. In terms of this type of pink, I think this could be the best pink sort of blush that I've tried. Like, I like this pink the best, although I just generally don't like pink, to be honest. So I know they do have another like peachy sort of nude. I really want to try that one. I need to get my hands on it, but in the meantime I'm trying to do no buy. However, there's gonna be a shopping haul coming soon. You know, I always just go against myself. But this is a really good product. I don't need to say more, it's already been raved so many times. And then let's have a look of the Physicians formulas. I've got two butter blush, one in the color Natural Glow. This one to me is more of a like a blush topper. I can always use it as a highlighter and blush 2-in-1 on the day when I don't want to, you know, apply so many different things. I don't know if you can pick up the color. It's quite close to my skin tone, to be honest. It's a very nude with a bit of sheer. I'll see if I can swatch it over here because I've got a lighter skin this way. As that shows a little bit better. It is so sheer, so natural. It looks stunning on the face. I absolutely like this one. And this is one of those products, if you are in a rush, you can combine two products in one. For someone like me, I don't usually like to do a blush or at least intensive one. This is a perfect color. And then the other one that I've got is Nude Silk. This one actually came in completely broken, so I just press it like myself. I know it looks ugly, but this is my skill. At least it's working, that's what I need. So this one has that hint of pink but also gives a little bit peachy color on it. Both of these two's formula I reckon are better than their butter bronzer. I think their blush are the best formula among all their butter sort of series. If you can get this in Australia, I think iHerb sells them, also Beauty Boutique, they sell them as well. I'm not quite sure if Cosmetic Capital sells them as well, but if you can find it in Australia and the price is within your range, particularly if they're on sale, I know the retail price are ridiculous here in Australia, these are really good formula and I do recommend to try, and they're very subtle. Unlike the other two I just showed, they're like a proper blush color. These are very natural nude, sort of give you a bit of glowing sheen. I do really like these two. And then let's have a look. Let's just go get the drugstore one because I don't have many here. I've also got this Essence De Blush. I've got in the shade 60 Beaming. This one came in broken. I literally just dropped it on the ground the second that I bought it when I walk outside the store. I was like, this is perfect. This one gives a very sheer sort of nude color as well. This is a matte blush, and because my skin tone is too dark, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's very natural. It's quite similar to the Physician one that I just mentioned, but in a mattifying form. I'll see if I can swatch it over here because I have a bit of lighter skin right over here. I think here shows the color just a little bit better. It's just one of those so easy blend blush, and I can't say this one lasts all day long, but it is really pretty. So if you don't want to make any mistake and you're new to blush, you want to go for something nice and safe and still looking really good, this is definitely a good one to start with, and I know a lot of people loving it. Although I think it's not the most long-lasting blush, but I still just enjoy the formula, enjoy the color so much. And it's very affordable, don't forget that. And then the last but not least from the drugstore is this Revlon blush. I haven't opened this. I just figured this color is gonna be like one of these. This is the shade 014 called Tickled Pink. I figure I might just keep it unopened unless I really wanted to do like a full face with Revlon product, and that's probably why I'm holding on to it. I do think I have a couple more Revlon products at home, so I'll keep it in my collection for now and see how we go. Now let's have a look some of the high-end one. I forgot to press record, so I've already swatched some of the colors. The first one that I was showing you guys is this Clarins one. This is their Jolie blush in the color 02 Cheeky Pink. I did receive this from their gift with purchase. They do it every couple months at Myer, David Jones, also Adore Beauty. So if you do like really enjoy Clarins product, wait until that time to purchase, and then you get a bit of freebies to try out. So this is the color once you swatch on your face. It is a really beautiful shade. It's not that pigmented. I did take a couple swatches to build up to this color. I can see all skin tones gonna enjoy this because it's got a little bit of everything, and it's quite satin finish. I really enjoy this. I think Clarins do have some good products, but no one's talked about. And then I was swatching this Becca shimmer palette. This one is called Ocean Glow. It says it's a bronzer, but once you open it, you'll see it's actually a majority composed with this blush color here, and then the bronzer is where you see the logo Becca, and then a bit of highlighter. So here are the swatch. We've got the highlighter and the bronzer and the blush. What I really like about this palette is not just because they give you 3 colors as a full face palette, but also they give you different finishes. The shimmer one is the blush. It's a really nice shimmer that you can use it on your eyes. And then the bronzer, it gives it a satin, almost to matte, but it's a bit of glow, like a hint of glow left there, particularly when you dip your brush into this pen. It's really hard to just dip into like the Becca line here where you have the bronzer, so it's gonna give you a bit of a glow, but the bronzer shade itself is almost a matte, satin matte finish. And then the highlighter is a little bit more powdery, you see more glitters on it, so it's definitely like a topper sort of shade. I do like they compose different finishes within one palette and with different shades, so I enjoy this a lot more than I thought. I bought it on half price sale, which I think is still 50% off at Sephora at the moment. I know Becca just announced the biggest news ever, so I'm really sad seeing them going, but I know they haven't been performing the best over the last couple years. It's only been 3 years, but the last 2 years I don't remember anyone like talk about their new release. But anyway, this palette is still really good. If you want to check it out at Sephora, it's still at 50% off, so it's worth to give it a shot. And then let's talk about this Natasha Denona palette. This is their Blush Glow Duo. I don't know if this is a mini size because I believe I received this from Look Fantastic or ASOS Advent Calendars, one of those. So I've got All Over Glow in the color Light 01 and the Blush Golden in the shade Coral. So this is the shade All Over Glow. And then we have the blush color here. I actually quite enjoy this one. I used it a few times on my face. I think it's looking really good. Like, doesn't take much of effort to blend your skin. But if I consider purchasing this myself, I might not purchase it. I just don't think the formula is like way better than some of the ones I just mentioned. I probably would rather spend the money on Clarins rather than on Natasha Denona. It's just a little bit too expensive, like out of my budget range. Even if I want to go for just, you know, emotional purchase, I think it's still too much. With Clarins, I can afford it, and it's more easier for me to purchase that and collect a few shades than getting like the Natasha Denona ones that I like. So I think they're good products. If you do really enjoy the brand and you're not on a budget, definitely go check it out if you want to. But for me, I just don't think it's worth that much of money. But you know what? Different brands have different stories behind. Some people just really enjoy their formula and thinks works way better than the rest. Then definitely go ahead. Why not? And then we have two palettes. First one, let's talk about the Zoeva Spice of Life palette. This one is a blush and highlighter palette, and I've actually used quite a lot of these. I found this blush is a quite unique color. When I first got this, it reminds me of the Balm palette that I showed the other day on my full face palette. This one definitely is an orange colored blush, which you only need a little bit, otherwise it will be too obvious on your face. But I really do enjoy this color for some reason. I think every time when I look at this, it reminds me of Fanta. And Fanta is always like a sweet fuzzy drink that I really enjoy. So it just brings me that happiness, joyful feeling. Even before I use it, I just look at it, I feel happy. So that's one thing why you have a lot of makeup, it just makes you happy. And the other one is called a Sweet Relief. This one is called Simply Delicious. See, it is delicious. And the other one is called Sweet Relief. So this is just a quite regular highlight. I don't think this highlight is anything special. It's good. It's quite stunning and looks pretty from the viewfinder. A lot of the blushes that I swatched today, I don't think it shows that well under the camera, but it's looking a lot better in real life. But like this highlighter, when I apply it on my face, I think it's just working okay, but it shows a little bit more stunning in front of the camera. So some of the products are really good when you're taking photos, you know, it's more like a stage makeup. Others are more for like a natural daily makeup. I do really enjoy this, and Zoeva is also having quite a bit of a sale on Sephora at the moment. So if you really like their formula and you like the shades here, maybe you can consider give it a go. And the last but not least, this is the Clinique blush palette. This is 2019's limited edition. I've got in the warm tone cheek pop palette. I so regret that I didn't purchase the cool tone one because I actually really enjoy these. So I have a Colourpop here. I've never been very good at using this color on my face. I just don't know how to use it because it's quite dark, but it is so creamy and yet it's giving a satin finish. This sort of sheen is really high-end. Like none of the drugstore ones are close. I think the closest are actually the Physicians formulas. That's why I said this is really good in their formula from the drugstore range. And then I have this, I think this is a Soba Pop, if I got it right. I think I use this the most because they're having this sort of peachy, I don't know if you can see the swatch. These sort of color always not showing so well on my skin because I'm so dark. So this one gives that peachy sort of orange tone in there. A lot more subtle compared to the Colourpop. This is a quite intense and opaque. And then we have, I believe this is the, which one is the Soba Pop? I can't remember. Is this Lemon Pop? Let me check it out. So the three shades here are Colourpop, Sorbet Pop, and Blush Pop. This sort of pink is one of those I can wear and I still really enjoyed it. It is not intense and it's not too pink, too dark, and yet give a bit of mauvey tone underneath. But I do really like this orange color. It just brings me joy. When I see an orange blush, I really just enjoy it. Just like some people like nude, others like pink, you know, etc. So I really enjoy this whole palette and I so regret that I didn't get the cool tone shade. And I didn't get for this year. Oh, what did I have for this year's cheek pop palette? Completely forgot. Pandemic has lost my mind. I forgot to check Clinique. But anyway, that is all my blush collections. Let's just get them all back in here. So that is everything for my blush palette. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and consider subscribe down below. I have a whole playlist of, oh wow, of all my makeup collections from concealer, primer, face palette, setting powder, foundations, etc. Some of them might not be uploaded by the time you're seeing this, but they will be all uploaded in the next couple of months. Depends on my editing speed. If you like the whole playlist, I'll leave it somewhere down below. And if you have some of the videos that you wanted to see and it's not yet upload, maybe consider subscribe. That's all for today. I hope you had a great day. Let's stay safe and stay positive. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!